Hello everybody. Well, it's Tuesday and it's time to do another little short review. Today it is going to be on the Nautilus Mini. But before I get started on that, I'd like to just get a little in depth on where I come from with all this. I was a smoker for 27 years. Tried to quit off and on a couple of times. Never worked. Uh, I roughly was up to 2 packs a day. And around the time I quit, I was down to about a pack a day. And I guess what finally made me quit was I went to a vape shop almost 2 years ago. I haven't smoked. Went in, checked it out. Started off with something similar to this, which this right here is a Vision Spinner 2 with a little Kanger Pro Tank 3 on it. But started off with just a little setup like this. And the day I purchased it, walked out the door, got in my vehicle, started vaping, and never looked at a cigarette again. I guess I try to stress this to people that, hey, I didn't smoke for 40-something years, but I did smoke for 27 years, and I know what the addiction's like. And if you want to quit smoking and you're looking for another alternative, this is a good option right here. It's a very good option. Long-term effects to vaping, I don't know what they are. I don't think anybody knows. But I do have to say this. As time progressed, as I vaped, I could feel the changes in me. I got all taste back, all smell back. I could smell everything. My family just, freaked out how well I could smell things again. Breathing, I could breathe so much better. I was starting to have just very, very little minor chest pains from time to time after I'd smoke a cigarette. And, you know, I knew when all that started happening, it was time to quit. Um, but like I said, I've been vaping now for roughly, when I hit October, it'll be 2 years. So I know it's like night and day. Like I said, I can't tell you what the long terms to vaping is going to be, but uh, anything can happen to you. So nothing's guaranteed in life. But I do try to stress to people that are maybe trying to get off cigarettes that if they're looking for another option and they think vaping might be a joke or it won't work for them, give it a shot. And also, when I say that, uh, don't try to buy the little cheap crap. I tried that years ago. Started off trying the little blue e-cigs, and it lasted for a few months. Wasted roughly about $70 on a starter kit. So uh, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money to get started. But if you spend a little bit more money on the better product, you'll realize how good this can be. And where I just used to think that this was going to start me off or this would just be a progression into something, maybe just to be done with all of it. I mean, I enjoy vaping. I really do. It's turned into a hobby now, so I've really kind of got into buying things, and it's not that expensive. But everybody has their reasoning for doing it. That's where I'm coming with mine. But so that just kind of tells you a little bit about me. But enough of all that. Uh, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know my reviews are pretty short and sweet because everybody's got all the technical aspects on YouTube already. I just kind of like to give my opinions. And like I said, even for people, and I've used this video, I've tried to put these two things together about telling my story and what I'm about to show you. Um, if you're trying to quit smoking, this tank is a perfect option right here, just something to buy right off the bat. It holds 2 mil of juice. It's not a sub tank, even though I have many of them now and I love them a whole lot more than what I love this. But this is a perfect tank to start off for people that are trying to get off cigarettes. And something like this, it's easier to do mouth to lung hits opposed to just doing a straight out lung. And you know, you can just, it's got good vapor production, good taste. I'm running the 1.6 coils in these. They're cheap, easy to replace. But I'll tell you, at 20 watts, it's a little hot for me with this one. Let me turn that down just a little bit. I think a comfortable spot for me on there was about 16 watts. Of course, people that are just starting, I'm not necessarily saying you go out and buy some little mod. You know, they do have smaller batteries that'll run with these, but this one's a fairly simple one to start off with too for a beginner. So, you know, like I said, I bought it months ago, just kind of messing around, and enjoyed it some. It's something nice to have around the house. Of course, you can definitely tell the difference of something like this between a sub tank. Woo! That one hit a little hard right there after doing that. I'm just trying some new juice in this one right here. Just got it in today. Today is the berry surprise. I've been getting all my juice from No Leaf Vapor. So real good company. Get 100 ml bottles for 24 bucks. Great juice. Try to get a little bit better off this. Of course, you can thick clouds with the with the better equipment there. Of course, this is the Kanger Sub Tank Mini, running it on the iStick 50. But enough of that. Like I say though, the Nautilus Mini is just, it's a perfect little tank. It's got 4 different air settings on the bottom. It's notched so you can feel it go into place when it goes. So even this one wide open, if anybody can tell you, if you've been messing with a sub tank or one of the rebuildables for a while and then you try to do this again, it's kind of like sucking a straw with something in it. But I have to say though, this it's a very nice tank. You know, depending on what juice you run through it, I'm running a pretty good premium juice. This is a apple pie flavoring. It's just it's awesome. And like I said, it produces pretty good vapor itself, but it just doesn't hit as hard as what the sub tanks will. But and when you start vaping over time, you'll get to learn the lingo with all this. I probably still have a lot to learn myself, but I have learned a lot too doing this. And like I said, this is, man, it's just, I love doing it. You know, smoking to me used to be just, all I can say, it was just a bad habit. Uh, I mean, when you're smoking cigarettes, when you really don't even want to be smoking, you know, it's just, it's not good. And every time I take a vape or I pick this up to do, I'm not doing it because it's an addiction. It's just because I enjoy the vape. I mean, I can go hours and hours between vaping. I can sleep all night, not have to sneak up to get a vape or whatever. You know, it's enjoyable to me. So if you're looking to get off cigarettes and you want to go to something like this, I highly suggest it. You know, um, it's just, it's great. When I started vaping, I started off on 24 milligrams of nicotine, uh, and I was a Marlboro Light smoker, so that's what they recommended me to start off on. So over time, I dropped from 24 to 18 to 12. Now I'm running at 6, and to be honest with you, I could probably drop to 3 right now. And if you go any lower than 3, you're hitting 0. You're hitting no nicotine in it. So, uh, and I think I'm about right at the point where I'm ready to drop to 3. It's, you know, I don't know how much of nicotine that I'm really needing anymore, if I need it at all. I mean, like I said, I just enjoy the vape now. If you're worried about, well, how does it go with a cup of coffee? How does it go with it with a beer? How does it go with it after you eat? I mean, to me, it's all still the same. You know, I'm sitting here drinking my coffee like I always do, and get a vape. They all still go great together. It's just, as I see it, I'm not a doctor, but I know how my body feels, and I feel a whole lot better. So something better has got to be going on here. Like I said, I can't tell you what the long terms of this is going to be, but I can't tell you if I don't pull out of my driveway that I get hit by somebody and, you know, life ends then. So nobody ever knows. But like I said, this definitely is a good way to go. And, you know, a lot of people that start off here are going to wind up with this, and even better with this. It goes from one end of the spectrum to the other with all this stuff, and it's just however long you choose to stay doing it or not. But I definitely enjoy it. And when I tell you the taste is good on this, you do this for a little bit, step into this, the taste is awesome. It just doesn't get any better than that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and as always, y'all have a good one.